Raheem Mostert was a beast last season, leading the league in rushing touchdowns. Then there's Devon Achane, who came into the league like he was shot out of a cannon, averaging 7.8 yards per carry as a rookie. You'd think Miami would be content with this backfield duo, right? After all, they led the league, averaging 5 yards per rush. But no, the Dolphins weren't satisfied. They wanted even more firepower, so they went and grabbed Jalen Wright in the draft, flipping a 2025 third-round pick to move up and select him. And Wright? He's wasted no time showing why he was worth that investment. Only 5 games into the season, he's already put up 172 yards on 34 carries, which, if you're keeping score, means he's also churning out 5 yards per carry. It's clear this guy is talented. He's fast, he's dynamic, and he's a weapon in the hands of Coach Mike McDaniel. The thing is, though, the Dolphins are in a tricky spot. They've got Mostert, who's still running strong. Achane's been a revelation. And now Wright? How do you balance all that talent? Sunday's game against the Colts put this question front and center. Mostert did his thing, rushing 11 times for 50 yards. Achane was solid too, with 15 carries for 77 yards. But then there's Wright, 33 yards on just 5 carries and only 6 snaps. 6 snaps. It's not hard to see that he's capable of more. So why isn't he getting more opportunities? The truth is, McDaniel has a delicate balancing act on his hands. You can't just shove Wright into the mix and expect everything to magically work out. Football doesn't work like that. There's only one ball on the field, and 3 running backs who are all deserving of carries. So, how does McDaniel spread out the workload? That's the puzzle he needs to figure out. Look at the numbers. The Dolphins ran the ball 40 times on Sunday. 40. That's a ton of rushing attempts, and yet, even with that many, it still feels like Wright didn't get enough touches. But the fact is, Miami can't keep running the ball 40 times every week. And when Tua Tagovailoa comes back, you can bet they'll start airing it out more. They've been leaning on the run game lately, averaging just a 43.65% pass play rate over the last 3 weeks, the lowest in the league. But with Tua back in action, that number is going to go up. You've got Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle itching for targets, and when the passing game gets back into its rhythm, the opportunities for the running backs are naturally going to shrink. Wright's window for making an impact is already narrowing, even though he's proved in limited snaps that he can be a playmaker. You can't overlook what he did against the Colts. 5 carries for 33 yards and just 6 snaps? That's efficiency at its finest. But how many more chances will he get when the Dolphins inevitably shift back to a more pass-heavy approach? What's clear is that the Dolphins are in a tough spot. Sitting at 2-4, they can't afford to waste any of the talent they've got on the roster. Every game matters, and they need to make the most of their resources. Mostert's still the guy. Achane's right there with him. But Wright? He's knocking on the door. McDaniel's got to figure out how to let him in without throwing the whole offense out of balance. But here's the thing, if McDaniel doesn't find a way to get Wright more involved, are the Dolphins just wasting their investment? They gave up a future third-round pick to get this guy, and now he's showing he's got the goods. But how long do you keep him on the sidelines, just watching while Mostert and Achane get the bulk of the carries? Sure, they're the main guys right now, but Wright brings something different. He's younger, fresher, and could give this offense another gear if he's given more chances. It's a tough call. You can't just force the ball into Wright's hands for the sake of it. But you also can't ignore the fact that he's produced every time he's gotten the opportunity. The Dolphins have to get creative. Maybe it's mixing him in on special packages, or maybe it's giving him a bigger role when the matchups call for it. Whatever it is, McDaniel's got to figure it out, because at this point, leaving Wright on the bench feels like a missed opportunity. At the end of the day, it's all about balance. But with the Dolphins sitting at 2-4, there's no more room for error. Every decision matters, and every player needs to be maximized. Wright's ready. Now it's up to McDaniel to make it happen.